Now we're going to try a new way of turning fractions into decimals, because we have some fractions that are harder to remember what we can multiply the denominator by to get to 100. And so that method will not work anymore. Some of those fractions are, for example, 1/3, as we know, doesn't actually add up all the way to 100. 1/6, 6 can't be multiplied to get to 100. 1/7, 1/8, 1/9. All these numbers won't go into 100 evenly. All these denominators won't go into 100 evenly, so we need to figure out a new method of turning those fractions into decimals. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to take the numerator 1 and we're going to divide it by 3. So 3 divided by 1, 3 won't go into 1, it will go in 0 times. So we're going to add a decimal, and then we're going to add a 0. 3 will go into 10 3 times. 3 times 3, as we know, is 9. So 10 minus 9 is 1. Then we're going to add another 0. 3 will go into 10 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9. 10 minus 9 is 1. And it'll just keep repeating. And it'll end up getting 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. Which is why we just cut off and we say 33. So now let's do 1/6. So we'll take our numerator of 1 and we're going to divide it by 6. 6 won't go into 1. It'll go in 0 times. We'll add our decimal and then we'll add a 0. 6 will go into 10 1 time. 6 times 1, as we know, is 6. 10 minus 6 is 4. Sorry. 4 won't go, so we're going to add another 0. So we have 40. 6 will go into 40 6 times. 6 times 6 is 36. 40 minus 36, as we know, is 4. Add another 0. So we have 40. 6 will go into 40 6 times. 6 times 6 is 36. Again, we get 4. And what will happen is we'll just keep repeating these 6's. So what we should do is cut off these 6's. And then we're going to round. Since we're usually rounding to the hundredths place, we'll go ahead and round. Look at this number in the thousandths place. It's 6, so we need to round up. We need to round our hundredths place up 1 place. So our 16 right here is going to become 0.17. Another thing that I haven't really talked about too much is the fraction 2/3. Now I've been writing it as 0.66, and that's close to the answer, but it's not quite. As we know, we've been cutting off these answers, and I just wanted to be able to multiply 2 times 33 and get 66. But because of all these numbers that we're cutting off, what we should be getting is 0.67. And that would be because we'd get 0.66666. And again, we'd round, as we did here, to the hundredths place. Our number in the thousandths place is 6, so we'd round it up. And we'd get 0.67. Now let's do 1/7. Again, our numerator is in there, and our denominator is what we're dividing by. So 1 divided by 7. 7 won't go into 1. Add our decimal, and add a 0. 7 divided by 10 will go in 1 time. 7 times 1 is 7. Subtract that from 10, and we get 3. We're going to add another 0, bring it down. 7 will go into 30 4 times. 7 times 4 is 28. 30 minus 28 is 2. Bring down another 0. 7 will go into 20 2 times without going over. 7 times 2 is 14. 20 minus 14 is 6. We can add another 0. 7 will go into 60. 8 times. 7 times 8 is 56. And we get 4. Okay, as we know, it'll just keep on going. We just need to the hundredths place. So our number in the thousandths place is 2, and so we'd round down, and so our hundredths place number would be the same. So we could just get 0.14, or 14 hundredths. Let's do one more. So we have the fraction 1/8, and we're going to put our numerator inside, and we're going to divide it by 8. 8 won't go into 1, it's 0. We're going to add a decimal, add our 0. 8 will go into 10 2 times. Sorry. 8 will go into 10 1 time. 8 times 1 is 8. 10 minus 8 is 2. We'll add a 0. 8 will go into 20 2 times. 8 times 2 is 16. 20 minus 16, as we know, is 4. Another 0. 8 will go into 40 5 times. 8 times 5 is 40. 40 minus 40, as we know, is 0. So we have a remainder of 0, and we can stop right there. 125 thousandths, or now, if we take out this 0 and we add a decimal in its place, we'll get 12.5 hundredths, or 12.5%, or we can just keep it as it was, 125 thousandths, and we'll write 0.125.